Hey guys, Monochrome here. Welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, welcome. Genuinely good to have you. Today we're taking a look at the Thrunite TT20 LED flashlight. Now this flashlight might look like a tactical light. It's not, and to Thrunite's credit, they market this as an outdoor light. And quite frankly, if you have a flashlight with a side switch and a tail cap switch, pretty much all of them are not going to be a tactical light. Why? Because when you've got this in hand and you're pressing that tail cap switch, the pressure from your fingers or your palm can so ridiculously easily hit that side switch. And what happens if you do that and the flashlight is on turbo mode? Well, what is always the very next mode? That's right, low. Heck, in some cases, Firefly. And if you need turbo, the last thing you want is a flashlight with a side switch and a tail cap switch kicking down to low. No. So that automatically rules out almost every single dual switch with a tail cap and a side switch from being a tactical light. And guys, there is a huge difference between an actual tactical light and all of the models that various brands market and claim to be a tactical light. Huge differences. I'm actually going to cover those differences in an upcoming video. Actual tactical lights versus those marketed as such, and why the ones marketed as such fail miserably as tactical lights. But the one thing I really like about the TT20, the one thing it does that as far as I know, no other flashlight does, when you've got that tail cap clicked on, or you've got that tail cap activated by just pushing down on it and it's not clicked on, that side switch is disabled. That's right. Let me show you. That's turbo, 2,526 rated lumens. And yes, my camera is adjusting for the output. Oh, it does have a battery life indicator on the side switch. This one is fully topped off with the steady blue. But watch this. You can hear that I'm pressing that side switch and nothing is happening. Nothing at all. Let me push down on it. I'm holding it down and nothing is happening. Why isn't anything happening? Well, that's because I pressed the tail cap switch, and it is a forward clicky switch. It doesn't matter if you press it all the way or just press it slightly and the light switch is on. As long as you've pressed or are pressing that tail cap switch and this light is on, that side switch becomes completely disabled. Soon as you stop pressing the tail cap switch, it works. I love that feature. That is a feature that every side switch light should have. Every company that claims, oh, here's a tactical light. Yes, it does have a side switch and a tail cap switch. Why do you ask? Yeah, no. This is how it should be, like this. You hit that tail cap switch And as long as light is coming out of this thing because you hit the tail cap switch, the side switch is disabled. Now that is the foundation for a great tactical light. Again, Thrunite markets this as an outdoor light, not a tactical light, and that's a good thing, because even though it has that one excellent feature where the side switch is disabled temporarily, there are other issues. Let's start over by the tail cap. Yeah. Okay, that tail cap switch with the rubber boot is relatively flat, and there's good checkering on it, good checkering. The problem is it's almost hard as a rock, with very little travel in between momentary on or constant on. Which means if you want momentary on, you are very easily, too easily, accidentally able to click the tail cap switch fully on. That's not good if you want momentary. And on my sample, yeah, that tail cap switch is practically hard as a rock. So practically hard as a rock and a short amount of travel between momentary on and constant on means this is not a very user-friendly tail cap switch, especially if you're seriously considering carrying this as perhaps a do-everything light, including a tactical light. Honestly, take away the tactical equation, and this becomes a really excellent outdoor EDC do-everything minus tactical light. So that's the problem with the tail cap switch from a tactical perspective. The other issue, oh my goodness, check out those stupid ears. And I call them stupid because so many made in China brands are doing this. They claim, oh, that's to prevent accidental activation. You know what? I've been EDCing flashlights for over 20 years, probably closer to 25. Yeah. I only had one light, a early Phoenix P3D that switched on accidentally. And that's because the tail cap switch was too soft and very little travel. This is rock hard with very little travel. This is the type of tail cap switch where you don't need freaking ears that get in the way in order to prevent accidental activation. Another thing that many companies claim, oh, look at that, we have a lanyard attachment point. It's on the ears. Well, okay, fair enough. But for use as a tactical light, these ears get in the freaking way. Because when you need to draw this flashlight or any flashlight quickly from a pocket, you're going to rotate it in your hand unintentionally. So you could set up the clip like I did so that when you draw this from a pocket, most of the time, the ears will be on the sides and you've got unrestricted access to that tail cap switch. But sometimes you draw it from a pocket, it's going to rotate. Now you got your firearm out, now you're trying to hit this, and look where that stupid ear is hitting. The first joint of my thumb. How horribly uncomfortable is that going to be, to put it mildly? And some of you might be saying, well, in an emergency situation, I got to press this light into service as a tactical light. I'm not even going to notice. Okay, fair enough. But I guarantee you, when you're at the range practicing with your firearm and this light or a similar light with these stupid ears, you are going to notice, because you're not going to have an adrenaline dump then. So you're going to notice, and you're not going to practice with this. But again, this is not a tactical light despite its looks. If you keep that in mind, you're good. If you think it is, or you can press this into service as a tactical light, no, absolutely not. And even when you're not using this as a tactical light, these freaking ears are so annoying. They just get in the way when you need access to that tail cap switch. So further down, we have some very close together grooves, which are literally just for show. This is ridiculously smooth. It is just for show. You can unscrew the tail cap to get access to the battery. I'm going to show you guys the battery. Threads quite good, and of course you do have O-rings. Here's Thrunite's proprietary battery, and yeah, sorry guys, that's the thing. It is proprietary. See that bit of white plastic surrounding the nipple of the flashlight? Yeah. I mean, I've heard rumors that this is not a proprietary battery flashlight, but when you have something like that, yeah. So, okay, it is what it is. Buy the flashlight, buy at least one extra battery, keep it topped off, purchase a battery locker or clear plastic case, and you're good. Further down, okay, we have what looks like rather impressive vertical lines and rectangles, or for lack of a better word, checkering. Now this does look impressive, and when you run your finger across it, wow, that feels grippy. Here's the problem. When it's in hand, yeah, it doesn't feel very grippy. It barely feels grippy. Now, honestly, it's not horribly slippery. It's not. There is some traction, but this thing looks a lot more aggressive than it is. That traction, you can feel it, but it's barely there. I mean, you can feel it. There is some good traction, but not nearly what you would expect considering the look of this checkering that goes all around the barrel of the light. Over here, we have a two-way clip, and let me make this clear. This is a genuine two-way clip. This is how it comes attached on the flashlight when you get it. This is not something where you carry it just bezel down and then the other direction is you pop it onto a trucker cap or baseball cap as a headlamp. No, and this is too heavy as a headlamp. Guys, as usual, specs in the description box below. Check that out when the video is over if you want to know more about this light. But yeah, two-way pocket clip that is genuine two-way. Ironically, as it comes from the factory, it's more designed for bezel up carry. And as you can see, there's quite a bit of real estate. So this starts to act like a tactical light in which, okay, I got plenty of real estate to grab onto in an emergency. Just keep in mind, it's not a tactical light. What about Bezel down carry? Well, again, tons of real estate, tons. Perfect for a quick grab out of the pocket. And also, if you don't like how much real estate there is, you can actually take the clip off. It's a wraparound clip that doesn't go completely around, and you can put it over here. There is, let's see, there's this and this. So there is a matching groove over here. And over here is going to be very low profile Bezel down carry only. So if you're not into Bezel up and you're not into having a ton of real estate for Bezel down carry, you can swap out the clip to this side for very low profile Bezel down carry. And of course, you can rotate the clip to where you want it. That's what I did. My usual draw stroke from a pocket is Bezel down, and it usually comes out like this, so the ears don't get in the way most of the time. Accidental rotation as I'm drawing this light from a pocket happens, and those ears do occasionally get in the way. Now, the way I rotated it, I can put my left thumb up against the clip, and I know that the side switch is here. And here's the thing I really like about this light. It has several modes, but the way I have it set up, tailcap switch is turbo. If I want Firefly, I just push down on the side switch when the light is off. There's Firefly. Click that off. Now, I've got it set so that there's a third mode. Instead of press and hold for Firefly, just a quick click with the light off. That gets me a nice medium mode. Now, I can't tell you exactly what that medium mode is. And yes, this light does have a memory feature because the way this thing cycles, it just cycles up and down. And the way you do that is click it on, make sure it's a click, then press and hold. It'll blink, and it's a little hard to see because my camera is constantly adjusting, but the light is cycling up and down. And then where you let go, that's the memory for click. Click it off, click it back on. That's the last mode it cycled through. And because it cycles that way, I really can't tell you how many lumens this mode is. Turbo? Yeah. Rated 2526. There we go. Now, apparently, this light does have a hidden strobe mode. And I'm going to have to look that up because I don't remember it. But it does have a hidden strobe. Let's check out the pocket carry clip some more. Good retention if you carry it Bezel up. If you carry it Bezel down, not so much. Bezel down, this thing just slips in and out of a pocket easily. So that's one thing to be aware of. Also, Bezel down carry, oh my goodness, this gap right here. Right there, that gap. If you're in a hurry and you're trying to put this into a pocket, you will snag that gap right there, and your light could go tumbling out of your hand because you think you're inserting it into your pocket. So yeah, you have to deliberately, carefully insert this back into your pants pocket if you're carrying it bezel down. Just be aware of that. Here you have a rubberized cover for the USB-C port. And that's probably the best way to charge up the battery because, as you saw, that's a proprietary battery. And there are very, very few chargers that will be able to accommodate that white plastic ring around the nipple for charging purposes. So yeah, that's your best bet for charging, unfortunately. The bezel, very mild scallops. I wouldn't even call that crenulations, just very mild scallops. Those tell you if your light is on when you place it down on a flat surface. Yeah, just mild scallops. There's the LED. And I have to talk about the beam because there is an issue with the beam. Now, some of you might like it. Personally, I don't. This light, there is some throw, not a whole lot, especially not compared to the competition. What you get out of this light on turbo is a very wide circular hotspot with a little bit of lower output spill surrounding the very wide circular hotspot. Now, in use, several feet or a few yards away, in real world use, you don't see that wide hotspot. All you see is a wide, floody beam that is circular, and you usually don't see the narrow side spill, lower output surrounding the wide, floody hotspot, for lack of a better term. So this light, if you're looking for wide circular flood up close or a few feet away, yeah, it's ideal. If you're looking for a good combination of throw and flood, no, sorry, no. But yeah, that's not a disadvantage of the light. It just all depends on what you're looking for. Guys, that's it for today. I mean, honestly, if you take away the tactical equation, this is a good all-around do-everything light. Length, just a hair over 5 1/4 inches. Bezel diameter, 1 inch. So what you would typically expect to get in terms of size from a flashlight running off of one 21700 rechargeable battery. For some, it's going to be a little too big. Fair enough. But this is an excellent do-everything light if that's the beam profile you're looking for. And if you take away the, I can press it into service as a tactical light. No. Even with that fantastic feature of disabling the side switch, if you hit the tailcap switch, this is not a tactical light. It's a good overall do everything except tactical light. And once again, keep in mind that beam profile. All right, guys, stay safe out there. I'll see you soon. Take care. Unfortunately, it's still dangerous.